Advanced ML Engineer Interview Practice Questions, Set 4. Question 1. What does the term gradient vanishing refer to in deep learning? A. The gradient becomes too small, causing no weight update. B. The gradient explodes, causing numerical instability. C. Gradients are normalized to 0 for stable training. D. It occurs when the model is too simple. The correct answer is A. The gradient becomes too small, causing no weight update. Vanishing gradients slow down or stop learning due to very small gradients. Question 2. Which of the following is an important property of a decision tree? A. It is always linear. B. It splits data based on feature values. C. It can only be used for classification tasks. D. It requires large amounts of data. The correct answer is B. It splits data based on feature values. Decision trees divide data at each node based on feature values. Question 3. In a convolutional neural network, what is the purpose of pooling layers? A. To increase the dimensionality of the input. B. To reduce the spatial dimensions of the input. C. To detect edges in the image. D. To prevent overfitting. The correct answer is B. To reduce the spatial dimensions of the input. Pooling reduces computational complexity and prevents overfitting by downsampling input data. Question 4. Which of the following is a key advantage of using LSTM over RNN? A. It prevents vanishing gradients in long sequences. B. It only uses forward propagation. C. It increases the number of parameters in the network. D. It performs better in image recognition tasks. The correct answer is A. It prevents vanishing gradients in long sequences. LSTM cells maintain long-term dependencies, avoiding vanishing gradient issues in RNNs. Question 5. What type of neural network is primarily used for image recognition? A. Recurrent neural networks. B. Convolutional neural networks. C. Generative adversarial networks. D. Radial basis function networks. The correct answer is B. Convolutional neural networks. CNNs are specifically designed to process and recognize images. Question 6. In reinforcement learning, what does the Q value represent? A. The immediate reward of an action. B. The expected future reward of an action in a state. C. The exploration rate of the agent. D. The total reward the agent has accumulated. The correct answer is B. The expected future reward of an action in a state. Q values estimate the expected future reward for a given state action pair. Question 7. What is the primary goal of a generative adversarial network? A. To perform classification tasks. B. To generate realistic data from random noise. C. To reduce bias in machine learning models. D. To classify data into predefined categories. The correct answer is B. To generate realistic data from random noise. GANs consist of two networks generating new data through adversarial training. Question 8. What is the purpose of dropout in deep learning? A. To prevent overfitting by randomly disabling neurons during training. B. To improve the model's interpretability. C. To speed up training by reducing the size of the model. D. To ensure all neurons are equally active during training. The correct answer is A. To prevent overfitting by randomly disabling neurons during training. Dropout helps prevent overfitting by randomly dropping units during each training step. Question 9. Which loss function is typically used for regression tasks in neural networks? A. Mean squared error. B. Cross entropy loss. C. Hinge loss. D. Kullback-Leibler divergence. The correct answer is A. Mean squared error. MSE is commonly used for regression tasks to minimize the squared differences between predictions and actual values. Question 10. What is feature engineering in the context of machine learning? A. The process of selecting features for a model. B. The method of reducing the size of the dataset. C. The process of creating new features from existing data. D. The technique of increasing model complexity. The correct answer is C. The process of creating new features from existing data. Feature engineering involves creating new, informative features from raw data to improve model performance. Question 11. Which of the following is a characteristic of a support vector machine? A. It is sensitive to outliers. B. It is mainly used for regression tasks. C. It attempts to find the optimal hyperplane separating classes. D. It requires large amounts of labeled data. The correct answer is C. It attempts to find the optimal hyperplane separating classes. SVMs find a hyperplane that maximizes the margin between classes. Question 12. What does the term ensemble learning refer to? A. Training multiple models and combining their predictions to improve performance. B. Using a single complex model for prediction. C. Training a model on a subset of the data. D. Regularizing the model to prevent overfitting. The correct answer is A. Training multiple models and combining their predictions to improve performance. Ensemble learning uses multiple models to increase the accuracy of predictions. Question 13. Which of the following optimizers is often used with deep neural networks? A. Gradient descent. B. Simulated annealing. C. ADA-GRAD. D. Random search. The correct answer is C. ADA-GRAD. ADA-GRAD adapts the learning rate for each parameter, improving convergence. Question 14. In deep learning, what is a common method to prevent the model from memorizing the training data? A. Increasing the training data size. B. Using L1 and L2 regularization. C. Using a deeper model architecture. D. Reducing the number of training epochs. The correct answer is B. Using L1 and L2 regularization. Regularization helps prevent overfitting by penalizing large weights in the model. Question 15. What is the purpose of an autoencoder? A. To predict future values based on past data. B. To encode data and reconstruct it for dimensionality reduction or anomaly detection. C. To classify data into categories. D. To enforce a model to be linear. The correct answer is B. To encode data and reconstruct it for dimensionality reduction or anomaly detection. Autoencoders are used for unsupervised learning tasks like anomaly detection and dimensionality reduction. Question 16. Which of the following is a disadvantage of k-nearest neighbors? A. It requires a large amount of memory for storing data. B. It is not effective for nonlinear problems. C. It requires labeled data for training. D. It is slow during both training and prediction. The correct answer is A. It requires a large amount of memory for storing data. KNN stores all data points and requires significant memory as the dataset grows. Question 17. Which evaluation metric is most appropriate for imbalanced classification problems? A. Accuracy. B. Precision. C. F1 score. D. Mean squared error. The correct answer is C. F1 score. F1 score balances precision and recall, making it ideal for imbalanced classes. Question 18. What is the main limitation of using a linear regression model? A. It requires a large dataset. B. It only works well for linear relationships. C. It cannot handle categorical features. D. It is prone to overfitting. The correct answer is B. It only works well for linear relationships. Linear regression models can only capture linear relationships, limiting their use in complex data. Question 19. What is the primary goal of the elbow method in clustering? A. To evaluate the clustering accuracy. B. To determine the optimal number of clusters. C. To minimize the variance within clusters. D. To visualize the cluster structure. The correct answer is B. To determine the optimal number of clusters. The elbow method helps find the optimal number of clusters by observing the point of diminishing returns. Question 20. Which of the following is an important aspect of time series forecasting? A. Treating data as a sequence with temporal dependencies. B. Using unsupervised learning for feature extraction. C. Using deep learning only for training. D. Handling all features as independent variables. The correct answer is A. Treating data as a sequence with temporal dependencies. Time series forecasting requires accounting for temporal dependencies and trends over time.